What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Can We Talk? And today we want to talk to you about a few scenes that we just kind of want to have a conversation about from Married to Medicine episode 3. And we have some clips for you guys. So, ready? Let's go.
Before we get started, let me tell you, YouTube been messing with us. They don't want to run us our money. They talking about fair use, this, and that. So let me go ahead and say, I don't know where you watching at, but we live in the United States. So let me explain to you all and YouTube and Bravo, most importantly, how fair use works in the US of A. Fair use includes commentary, and we about to commentate on these heifers. Criticism, we gonna criticize these heifers. Research, not too much, unless I was just being petty and want to research something. But teaching, we might teach y'all something. Y'all might learn a little something off the dome because of these heifers. Or news reporting. Now you know the heifers is cutting up in real time. Dr. Jackie is in trouble, and so we might have to report some news. All of this is considered fair use, so we can use these clips because we commentating and criticizing and teaching and reporting. So Bravo, hold your horses, and YouTube, run us our money. I'm done.
All right, let's get started.
Okay, so to start, I want to talk about Sweet Tea needing an assistant. Now, I ain't say she needed an assistant. Jackie and Simone said that. So we're going to listen to Jackie and Simone real quick.
Well, she asked me about an assistant.
I said, huh?
I know, to help her with things.
Like what?
She would have somebody just go to the grocery store, and all she has to do literally is come in and cook.
I'm sorry.
Because Gregory is expecting dinner when he gets home.
Now, Sweet Tea, I'm going to need you to come to the front of the congregation. Come all the way to the first pew, girl, and have a seat, because we need to talk. I'm hoping that maybe Simone had it wrong, but you need a personal assistant to go grocery shop for you? So all you got to do is come home and cook for Big Daddy? Girl, what is going on? Now, Sweet Tea, you ain't heard of Instacart? All you got to do is get on the phone or you on the app or go to the website, and you can order the groceries. And if Instacart don't deliver in your area, girl, they got Walmart Plus. You could pay a $9.99 membership fee, every month. And you could get yours in less than an hour. Girl, because that's what I do. Because I use Walmart Plus and HEB because I'm not trying to go to the grocery store. Not because I'm busy, just because I'm lazy. But I don't need no personal assistant for that. And if you want to be healthy, let's say, because we all know Walmart Plus, they ain't got the best produce. I don't get no produce from no Walmart. I don't even get my meats from Walmart. When I'm cheating on my vegan diet, I ain't gonna get my meat from Walmart. But girl, Amazon and Whole Foods done teamed up, and you still need a personal assistant? Sweet Tea, what is you doing? What is you talking about? Why is you so overwhelmed? You can't use an app? The app is free. The website is free. You just pick what you want. And then, you got to pay for your goods. You got to pay for the service, but you could get on that free app rather than paying a whole person, hundreds of dollars to be your personal assistant. I'm just not understanding, Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, make it make sense for me, because it's not making sense for me. It's not making sense for me.
You work from home, so you don't have to come home and cook. You work from home.
Ooh, she sure do.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Child, you can
That's
stay in your
all I
pajamas
had
all
on
day
Sweet
long,
Tea.
and you need somebody to go grocery shop for you and bring you the groceries. Like she said, get your behind online and order. Do you need somebody to jump online and do the ordering for you too? Because at this point, I'm like her, I'm not understanding that. And you don't even have any kids yet. So wait until you get some kids, honey, before you start getting overwhelmed. Okay? Okay. Let's move on because Sweet Tea bores me.
It looks like you want to talk about Simone, Cecil, and them two grown boys.
I do. Let's bring them up on the screen.
I got them. I got 4 clips. You want me to pause in between each clip?
If you would, please.
Okay, I got you. Coming right on up.
Are coddling the hell out of our kids.
It's not about coddling.
We're coddling. We're cribbing. Whatever you want to call that. That's what we're doing as parents.
I agree with Simone on this one. They are definitely coddling the boys, and her and Cecil do not seem to be on the same playing field at all. And I understand being a parent myself, you always want to give your kids better than you had and give them more than you were able to get when you were a kid. But there comes a point, especially when you're raising young men, that you want to raise men and not mama boys or some little daddy boys, because ain't no woman gonna want to take that off your hand. Well, let me stop lying, because a lot of these women just be happy to have a man. I'm not one of them, okay? If you ain't coming to me as a full grown man, don't know how to stand on your own and be a man and do what you need to do, stay home with your mama, because I'm not gonna get you over here and baby. That's not gonna happen. But they are definitely coddling the boys, Cecil. Okay? Play the next
You
clip,
know,
please.
there's a reality star that's a singer named K. Michelle. Now, I don't really like her, but I'm bringing her up because she got a song. Now, I can't sing, so bear with me, but she said, you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy, because he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, Simone and Cecil, come on now. Oh Lord, my
Okay?
singing done caused technical difficulties. Her
Girl,
avatar is
knock my
gone.
picture out. It's okay. She ain't mean nothing by it. She ain't mean nothing by it. We ain't gonna let her do that no more.
I'ma go on ahead and play the next clip. I ain't gonna sing no more.
Have way more means than our parents had. And so because we do have those means,
They should waste as many of the means as possible.
Now with this, my only question for this part was, and Simone telling them how it is, and I kind of feel like these kind of need to be some private conversations and not on TV for everybody, because that's a little embarrassing, Cecil. But I know Simone is the head of the household as far as finances is concerned. And it seems to me like she tries to rub it in Cecil's face every chance she gets. But it also seems like Cecil is very wasteful, considering he's not bringing in as much money as Simone is at this time. And so you kind of want to get on the same page with your wife, especially if she having and I'm just guessing because I don't know about their financial history or their business, but what it looked like and from what it sound like, since she's carrying a majority of the load and schooling and everything else, leave that woman alone and stop coddling these goddamn boys and letting Miles with his old rusty behind stay in school for 14 years, okay? Because enough is enough. Let's go on.
I'm gonna say this. Cecil, you don't need to make no financial decisions. Because y'all, remember when we first started with Married to Medicine, when it started up in November, this was my first time seeing the season. But I done got smart and I went over to the Peacock and I started binge watching. And I binged watching in the last month and a half seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm now on 7. And what I learned is, Mr. Cecil, you took $20,000 out this woman's account and didn't tell her. And you invested it in an app called Kids Force. And then once she found out, she was mad. But to appease her, you made her the face of the app. But it never took off. You lost $20,000. You don't need to make any financial decisions, especially because you're not doing anything right now because you got laid off, you took a package. Then you decided, okay, I'm going to do real estate and I'm going to use one of our houses as an Airbnb. But it ain't doing that well to amount to the amount of money that she brings in. And we can see now, you don't make the wisest decisions with money. I'm going to have to take a page out of Voodoo Doll TV's book. Cecil, go lay down. Go lay down.
You had to put the fat on it. Don't work right if you don't add the fat. Do it again.
Go lay down, fat. Go lay down.
Yes, Cecil, I'm sorry, honey. You're not bringing enough to the table to be trying to make decisions, okay? Especially not without consulting your wife first. So I'm gonna need you to get that together. Next scene, please.
Nah, you can give me an apartment. I can live outside the house. Could be an investment property.
It can be an investment, but your mom and I got to be on the same team.
And we're never on the same
And-
page or the same team.
Oh. So I have heard, oh my God, this scene was kind of painful because Simone is frustrated. You can tell she is frustrated. She's so frustrated. She's acting like Toya this season. And she's embarrassing him at every turn and talking down to him on every end. And you can look at Cecil's face. He looks like Eugene, and he's just being a punching bag. And he looks grieved, and he looks sad, and he looks embarrassed. And his sons are even sitting there like, "You ain't gonna say nothing, dog. You ain't gonna say nothing." Um, this pains me because I understand that she's frustrated because Cecil is not listening. Woo! But baby, Simone, I'm gonna need you to get that together. But I also do believe that this is a good investment for them to have this investment property that their boys are staying in because them grown behind men need to get out and learn how to stand on their own. And I like how she kind of gave the breakdown of Miles, this will be your last year. After this year, you're gonna have to start paying to live here. And that she gave Michael 2 years and that they need to start paying because at some point they're gonna have to start learning how to stand and be men. Now, the only thing is, will Cecil allow this to happen? And will Simone keep her foot on Cecil's neck so that this has to happen? Because I kind of got a feeling that Miles ain't gonna be finished with school. Miles is taking a very slow train. He ain't even trying to hear it. And Michael, he is a little Simone, and I love the way he gives it to her. he gets her at every end, and she be sitting there. She can't say nothing because she give him back everything she gives Cecil, and she be trying to run that mouth on everybody else, but she can't handle Michael because Michael be giving it all the way back to her, and it's somewhat disrespectful, but it's a little bit funny as well. But I appreciate Michael's Simone like behavior coming back at her. That's funny to me. But I feel like Michael's a little player. Michael gonna get back to Atlanta. He gonna be doing his thing, and he gonna be like his brother. He ain't gonna be in no rush to get out of school either. But I can understand where Simone is going. See, Simone was on a fast track, and both of her kids. Well, I can't even say both, but especially the one that looks like Cecil, Miles. He's on that slow track like his daddy. Simone, you got to remember, you had to go dig Cecil up out his mama house and push him into greatness or into better. Because when you met Cecil, Cecil was still content to be living at home with his mama, probably in that basement somewhere. And you already had your plan from the age of 12. You knew exactly who you were going to be, that you were going to be a doctor, and you did everything that was required and more to obtain your goals. Whereas Cecil was content to just be like, enough, just do enough to have enough. But you setting limits and timelines on your sons. That's definitely the way to go. And so I can appreciate you for that. But Simone, don't nobody want to know about you talking about you ready to run around the house naked, because don't nobody want to see that. Nobody except, well, Cecil say he do, but I don't even want that vision in my head. So please keep that to yourself. But I can definitely understand wanting to be an empty nester, although I'm not there yet. I was there when I just had my sons. But now that I have my daughter, she can stay home as long as she needs to. It's them boys that need to get the hell up out of here, okay? So they were working my last nerve.
I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm definitely not saying, because Cecil and Miles do look alike, and I'm not saying they look like an animal, but they do remind me of an animal. I can't think of the name, so I'm going to describe it. Maybe you could tell me what it is. But it's like one of the ugliest animals on that I've ever seen. But it's very, very slow. They be at the zoo. Yes, that is what that's what them two niggas remind me of. They is a sloth. They so slow. Like, come on, Miles, get out of school. Miles, what is you doing? And Cecil, you just as sloth like. Oh, I don't know how Simone put up with it.
The only time Cecil come to life is when he at a strip club. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, Cecil is slow and ain't in no rush to do nothing or go nowhere, honey. So yes, Miles and Cecil definitely look alike and act alike. And Simone and her twin
Mhm.
Michael that be giving it to her look alike and act alike. So Michael might go
Yes.
ahead and get on up out of school, but he gonna give Simone hell while he doing it, okay? And he gonna stay in her pocket because your old boy straight said, she talking about something, you don't plan on coming back home. He said, no, you can give me an apartment and pay for it. What? Wait, what? Honey, when I got grown and I thought I was grown, I had to move out on my own and pay my own bills. My mom was like, you move out there if you want to, but if you on your own. And I was, okay? But that was my choice. They ain't put me out. But that was my choice to be out. These niggas want to get out and want you to foot the bill. I never been that privileged, but I would like to be. Mama, can I come back home?
Mhm.
Because if I could, I'm
The
bringing my husband and my child.
the first time I thought I was grown, I was a sophomore in college. Now, I ain't have no bills. I stayed on campus. I ain't had no bills. I had a car, and I ain't even have to pay for my own gas. And I should have left it like that. But I thought I was grown. I was on my mom and daddy's cell phone plan. It wasn't AT&T at the time. They was either called Bell South or Singular. I'm dating myself, but I was a sophomore in 2000 because I was a freshman in 99. And they had just the regular Nokia phones. It didn't flip or nothing. But everybody had that Nextel or that Verizon that flipped and chirped. And so I had to have it. But Bell South, Singular, AT&T, they ain't carry it. So what do? I decide I'm going to get off their cell phone plan and I'm going to go down there to the good Verizon. I'm going to get me this flip phone. Girl, I had to pay the bill. Girl, I was broke. I could not afford the monthly bill. Verizon turned me into the credit agency. I had got bad credit. I had to get back on my mom and daddy's cell phone plan. And they had to go pay the rest of the contract. So I'm thinking, oh, well, they done paid the contract out. I could use the phone. Oh, no. I had to go back to that raggedy Bell South Singular phone. And then my mama used the good old phone that I wanted that she had to pay the contract out on, and that was her phone.
Oh, I don't blame her.
But that was my first taste of, girl, you is not grown. You got it good. You better stay over here in this lane.
Child. Yeah, I got grown real quick. And I told them I wasn't going to college. And my daddy told me, if you stand in this house, you will. So I said, well, hell, let me move out. Soon as I turned 18, I moved the F out and had to work 2 jobs and still couldn't afford to feed myself. And I had a son. Child. Them were some hard days, but when I tell you, it grew me up real quick. I grew up with the quickness, honey. And I learned a life lesson. Stay home as long as you can because once you get out there on your own, it's no joke. And I tell my daughter all the time, slow down, because what you don't want to do is be grown before your time. You want to take your time, enjoy your childhood. And I think that Mr. Miles has enjoyed his a little bit too long. What Miles about to be 26?
Yeah.
Miles, at 26, boy, you should have been moved out. At least been saving your money, going to school and saving your money because we know you ain't got no bills because we know that your mama handling everything. I'm gonna say your mama and your daddy, but your mama handling everything.
Yeah, we gonna say Simone.
Okay. And I feel like, because now let me just be honest. When I was raising my boys, I was like, man, when y'all turn 18, y'all gonna get the hell on if you ain't working or ain't in school. That was my thing. You're gonna either be working or in school. Now you can stay here as long as you can abide by my rules and be, you know what I'm saying, respectful. But the moment you get disrespectful, I ain't like these other parents that you can stay here as long as you want. No, you're gonna either be working or in school. And them jokers wasn't doing neither one. So I had to hurry up and let them find out what it's like that your mama don't play. Get on until you learn how to live in my house and abide by my rules, because you ain't grown living up under my roof. You ain't grown until you live under your own roof. I'm sorry. You can be 40 years old. If you stay in your mom and them house and they got rules, abide by them. Respect their home. Point blank and the period. And I just feel like if parents would invest in their kids and teach them how to be financially responsible and get them a credit card and help them start building their credit and, you know what I'm saying, get a house. When you move out, you shouldn't be moving to an apartment. Move out into your own house. I just feel like that's something that more Black parents need to do with their kids, to teach them financial responsibility. And my parents always thought I was being so hard. I was being so hard on my kids, because my thing is, I'm not going to do everything for you. Y'all did everything for me. It was hard for me when I moved out. So I can respect what Simone is doing with her boys. She's taking it out of Cecil's hands and starting to make them boys have to actually grow up and to be young men. And I can't be mad with Simone at all. And a lot of times I don't like Simone, but I like you on this one, Fat. Okay, so let's move on.
We got one more clip from Simone and Cecil. Here we go.
Cecil believes that there is a free-flowing ATM machine that just allows them unlimited resources and spending until they choose to get it done. That's not
Y'all
my
saw
life.
Cecil face? Did y'all
You know
see
what?
Cecil face?
I guess Miles and what's the other one named Michael?
Michael.
I guess they say right now they got access to the money.
You got a little access to the money. And Cecil do, Simone, as long as you there, he got free flowing money because he using yours, girl.
Yep.
Cecil is a kept man, okay? You better keep keeping him. What's wrong with you? He gave up his girlfriend for you.
Tammy. Hey, Tammy.
Girl. Ooh, we riding. That's so sad. I'm sorry, Simone.
So let me call Sweet Tea back up to the front, girl. You might as well stay in the front because yeah, we coming for you this episode. Sweet Tea, come on back up to the front. Sweet Tea, when you gonna learn to stop telling people all your business?
Girl.
When you gonna learn, you definitely don't need to say anything quad related to somebody who is up quad's ass. Because that's how things can get started. Because we all know Heavenly likes to run her mouth. And you should have known Heavenly likes to run her mouth because she the one who asked you, had anybody ever called you a gold digger? She got things popping in episode 1. Now here we are in episode 2, and you running your mouth a little too much. And it's gonna set you up for the failure at your your pamper party. Let's see what you done sat up here and told Heavenly.
Clyde probably was right about a few things about him. Like what? He will do things that's controlling. See what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah. You know, you saying the same that Quad said. I feel like Sweet Tea is telling me the same exact things that Quad said. Quad said the man was controlling. The Quad said the man wanted his way or no way.
Sweet Tea, what is you doing? What? Girl, fix your avatar. We can see all of y'all.
All that.
We can see all of it. But Sweet Tea, why is you telling Heavenly of all people that your soon-to-be husband say you is just like Quad? Make it make sense for me. Then you got the nerve to get mad later on down the line when Heavenly run back what you said. But you was up here telling Heavenly all your business. And why would you tell anybody that your soon-to-be husband is saying you was acting just like the ex-wife? Why do that come out your mouth?
Why? Why, Sweet Tea?
Sweet Tea, what is you doing? What is you doing? And why is you talking to Heavenly? Now, I know damn well the Greg done told you Heavenly runs her mouth. Because Greg done known for how many seasons that Heavenly runs her mouth? Hell, Heavenly is his dentist. He knows she runs the mouth. Why is you
Sweet
talking to
Tea
Heavenly?
know because she's a groupie. She's a fan of the show. She's been watching it. That's how she knew all about Greg and Quad. She know who Heavenly is. So she didn't
Well,
come on here
Sweet
ignorant.
Tea, on her live, Sweet Tea said that she didn't watch the show, that she never watched Married to
She
Medicine.
lying.
She said she only saw clips here and there on social media, but she didn't watch the show. That's what she said. But if you didn't watch the show, how you knew that man wanted a baby?
I was just about to say, how she gonna slip in his DM and tell him I can give you what you want?
Give you what you need. Sweetie,
Hmm?
don't let me call you back up here for running your mouth. Don't let me call you back up here. Don't go to the. I see you walking to the back. Stay in the front pew because we're not gonna be done with you. You're gonna have to sit and wait a little while, and we're coming back for you. But
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
coming
move
back.
on. You wanted to talk about the Kimes family.
I did. I thought it was quite cute and funny. So let me set this up. We have poor little Laura. She is finishing high school. She's getting ready for college. She's been submitting her applications, and her mama and dad do not want her to go far. And I know how they feel because like I said, I have a daughter, and with my sons, I was ready for them to go. But with my daughter, it's a whole different story. So go ahead and run the clips. Let's see what Heavenly and Dr. Damon got to say.
Okay.
Well, I think I'll make a lot of connections at FAMU probably, or wherever I go, probably FAMU.
You know, I chose Case Western, which was actually 8 hours away from Vineland. And I'm saying this because I don't want you to go far, okay?
I don't know. I feel like both of y'all went away for school. So I'm just kind of confused on why y'all are so against me leaving.
Hold up, I
can
got one more clip.
definitely. Oh, okay.
And like, if anything ever bothers you, I want to be able to jump in the car and within an hour or less, be there.
And I just think times are so different now, baby. They got the internet and the outer net and the AI and all that. It's just a lot going on. You need to be close to your mom.
The other thing is, there's been unusual weather in Florida, so you have to think about that.
I thought this was so cute. I thought this was so cute. They are trying everything. Do you hear me? They went talking about the unusual. And I live in Florida, Dr. Damon. So what you trying to say? We have hurricanes and stuff like that. So don't be doing us. And we get it noticed well in advance. So it's not like an earthquake that just happens. So Dr. Damon, I'm gonna need you in Heavenly to stop. Heavenly said they didn't even have wind when she was going to school. Oh my God. This was just the cutest thing to me. And I could definitely understand where both of them are coming from. But Heavenly, Alora does not want to stay in Atlanta once she's ready to get away from you with your loud mouth, you know what I'm saying, and from under your thumb. But she is not trying to stay there and go to school and run that beauty supply shop with them plastic wigs that you be wearing. So let that baby go and grow, okay? Dr. Damon, I understand that you be wanting to get in your car and be able to get to her fast, quick, and in a hurry because I would be the same way. But again, both of y'all got to go away and experience college. And I feel like there's nothing better than for a child to be able to go and spread their wings and get from under their mom and dad's thumb. If they're learning, now if they just going to party, that's something totally different. Can't nobody afford that. Anybody got time for that. But let them kids go and let them grow. And we have wins here. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there's always been wins, Dr. Heavenly. And she went on talking about the banks, and the banks are having problems. And she she had every kind of excuse she could come up with. Do you hear me? But I thought that was the cutest scene. But as we find out later, Alora did choose her school, and it was not close to home like they thought it would be. But Tallahassee is just right down the road from Atlanta, so they'll be all right. They'll definitely be all right. But I just wanted to bring that out because I thought that that was a really cute moment, and especially considering that we got to see Alora from when she was a little bitty girl now to going away to school, and it's just like amazing to see how fast all of these kids are growing. They grew up right before our eyes. So
Now,
bravo.
what I can really appreciate about Alora is she stay getting Heavenly together.
every chance she gets. She's heavenly.
She
She's a
be
little
getting
heavenly.
heavenly together.
And I don't know how Damon gonna deal with Heavenly now that Alora's gone, because she kind of took a little bit of the heat off of Dr. Damon. Now Heavenly ain't got nobody to focus on but Dr. Damon.
Well,
Oh,
you that grandbaby, you sent me something about her having a
I was just about to
grandbaby.
bring that up. Did y'all see behind Alora's head, inside of those glass cabinets, were 4 cans of Enfamil not breast milk, Enfamil baby formula milk? Did y'all see that?
I'm
Does
gonna
anybody
insert it
have
on
any
the
tea?
screen right here. So right here in post
Right
production,
there.
we're gonna put the
Y'all see
picture up.
that? Y'all see that? Did anybody else notice that? And does anybody know any tea about that? Because see, Heavenly be so heavily into everybody else's business that she manages to avoid really talking about her own. And if y'all notice, she'll be in everybody else's marriage, but Heavenly ain't gonna talk about her own marriage on Married to Medicine, okay? And that's what the show is called. But she's so busy trying to protect her privacy and the sanctity of their marriage that she's bringing up everybody else's and getting in everybody else's business. But who got a baby? One of them boys that you ain't talking about, Heavenly? Are you and Dr. Damon daddy grandparents? Because curious minds want to know. Do y'all know anything about it? Let's talk to us. Let us know in the comments what y'all know about Heavenly and the grandbaby. Or does Damon have a baby outside?
Ooh,
I
girl,
doubt
it
that
couldn't
because
be that. Cause
Damon would be
ooh,
dead.
girl,
Damon
exactly.
would be dead. If she busting this man across the head with frying pans, he could not bring another baby. So which one of them boys, Zachary or the other one, got a baby? Tell us in the comments if y'all know, because I know y'all know. All right, I'm done with the Kimes fan. You got anything else to say
Well,
about them?
no, but I think it's about to get spicy because you had me get 3 video clips and you want to talk about the pamper party versus the bachelor party, specifically how Greg was acting and how Curtis decided to show up. Ooh, this might get a little interesting.
Let's get it. Let's go.
I wonder what the men are doing right now.
Kicking it.
The same thing we doing. No, Gregory's conservative. Okay, bring the flow back. Do the motorboat.
Conservative Gregory. Conservative Gregory. Girl, why you thought that? Why you thought that they were going to be going on a bachelor party or to a bachelor party and Greg was going to be conservative? First of all, that didn't make any sense. Can we go ahead and get to the Curtis one, though? I want to see Curtis on the screen.
Here we go.
Rules for the stripper party is don't touch.
Bella. My wife told me to bring half of my money home.
He knows that he'll lose both of his hands, both of his feet.
Hey, my wife carry a gun.
Ooh, is that a hand on her? Is that a touch?
All up around the waist, honey, pulling her in and close. Okay.
Ain't
So,
this the
first
same
of all,
man that? Oh, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Curtis, come to the floor because we want to know where the hell you been. Where the hell you been, Curtis? We are 3 shows in, and the first time you show up, you got some TTs and A slinging all in your face. Curtis, we want to know now because we got both eyes on you, and I'm just trying to figure out why is Dr. Jackie and Curtis playing these games with us, talking about what did she say? He's in a DR? Is that what she said he was? He's
Yes.
working in the DR, but every time there's a function to go to, Jackie's on her own. Now, they were just at this twerk off that they were having at the bachelor party. Curtis showed up for that. 3 shows in, he shows up just in time for the bachelor party. 2 days later was the wedding. He's already back in the DR. So Jackie is at the wedding by herself yet again. With only time we really see them together is when they are in this confessional together. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on with Dr. Jackie and with Curtis this season. Are y'all really together? Or are y'all doing some love and marriage stuff like with Marcel and Tisha? Y'all pretending to be together just for the cameras. Or Jackie, have you just gone ahead and decided to let Curtis cheat in peace? Because this is not making sense and it's not adding up to me.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
And then
And
all I got to say about,
let me tell you what I think
Go
about
ahead.
Curtis. Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
hear you.
Okay, so
I hear you. Can you
let's
hear me?
just dissect. Yes, I can. Let's dissect what Jackie said. Jackie said he was in the DR. I think she was telling us he in some DR punani. Not physically over there in the DR, but he is in the DR. Because you can't be in the DR, then be at the bachelor party, then be back in the DR, and then we know what type of in the DR you is. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm saying this is my opinion. I think he is messing around on her.
I think she knows it.
Mm-hmm. I think she just
I
don't
think she
care at
knows.
this point.
Because
This is what I think. Let's make it clear. This is what I think. I ain't saying that this is true. This is what I think.
in
Okay.
her opinion. In her opinion. Okay. But yeah, I just don't believe the little DR story. And then it's very convenient that he could show up for just the bachelor party and he couldn't stay around the 2 days to go to the wedding with her. And that's supposed to be his friend now. You came all the way back to go to his bachelor party, but you couldn't stay to go to his wedding. It's not adding up to me. But go ahead. We have more clips. Is that it? No, that was it. That was it for the bachelor. Yeah, so they played in our faces with this confessional speech and blah 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 blah. But ain't nobody got time for that. And Curtis, we watching, and I do want to bring up Curtis. You ain't learned anything after you got caught cheating the first time, and you had the audacity to pull Toya down in your lap. You still pulling girls down on your lap, Curtis, on the TV screen? Are we still doing that? Because
Looks
you
like
just
it.
got in trouble. And then you pull Toya down in your lap, and now you're doing the same thing with Bella. Boy, Curtis, you got some nerve, and you don't have any respect for your wife. Okay? Now
None at all. None at all. None at all. Okay, so I want to talk about Sweet Tea. Come on back, girl. Come on back. Because I told you to stay in that pew and you went to the back again. Come on back. Walk up to the front, Sweet Tea. Because we're going to get back on you. You was still running your mouth to Heavenly. And you was talking about all the changes to your wedding. And you know what? We're going to have to reveal some truth because you got caught in some lies. And so we have to discuss it. And we want to know, girl, why you lied? Why did you lie? So let's go ahead and run the first lie.
Wedding planning has been rough. I had to get in my wedding planner's ass to get him home.
You had to get in your wedding planner's ass? Are we sure about that? Because we're going to bring your wedding planner up in a few. But the first one is, you said you had to get in your wedding planner's ass. And girl, why did you have the wedding planner be Johnny from Real Housewives of Atlanta? Did you not see how he acted there? Are you talking? Because I can't hear you.
No, I'm just doing mouth things like, why?
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh, okay. So that's number one. You said that you had to get off in his ass. But why, Sweetie? Why? Let's find out.
I had to change my venue at the last minute because my first venue was going to be on a rooftop and it was going to rain. Wow, it was beautiful. And very chic. I love it.
It was going to rain. Who told you that, Sweetie? Because from what the people are saying, there was no rain in the forecast. So you had to get in his ass because it needed to be changed because it was going to rain. Girl, why is you lying? Oh, what was that? You not lying? She in the front. She in the front talking about she is not lying and that she would not lie to the congregation in the church. Okay, let's see about that. Because this is what had happened at your little pamper party. Let's see what had happened.
Having that switch to the venue caused a lot of extra changes. And so, in order to have these other vendors on board for the extra changes that we needed, the extra drapery, the chairs, all that stuff is now costing us a great deal of extra. 15 to 14,000.
Oh. And we not gonna skip too far, but we know that you cut up when you heard that number. But since you don't want to give us the truth, and you've been sitting up here talking about, you had to get in his ass because he wasn't doing what he needed to do, and that it was gonna rain, and that's why you was changing it. Johnny, come to the front. Come sit right next down the suite. Come up on another row. Sit right next to the liar. And tell us what had happened.
And she initially wanted a small, intimate ceremony. And she mentioned the Peachtree Club, which is where the wedding was supposed to be at. So from that whole aspect of them at that point retaining me as a wedding planner, and we, orchestrating everything was leading up until the Peachtree Club until 4 days before the wedding. 4 days before the wedding is when everything had to completely change to the Starling Hotel.
Why?
And mind you, because what happened is the Peachtree Club would not let Bravo film at Peachtree Club because the Peachtree Club felt that there was going to be drama and it was going to be something that they didn't want their facility displayed in a negative light because the Peachtree Club has memberships. And they didn't want Peachtree Club to be portrayed in a negative light, so therefore they rejected Bravo's clearance to film. So the network says, you know what, this is non-negotiable. We have to film this wedding. So Sweet Tea like, well, y'all have to find another location. So 4 days before the wedding, mind you, invitations have already went out. Everything has been already solidified. Here we are in days planning the rehearsal, everything, and now you stick me 4 days before the wedding to figure out everything and change up everything. So the price, when people was asking what was the budget and how did the budget change, when you switch from a small intimate wedding that was just a rooftop, which would have not needed any drapes, any other specialty rooms, it would just been already set. The ceremony would have been on the outside on the rooftop at the Peachtree Club, and then the backdrop would have just been the city of Atlanta. That like how Ben Thomas had that open view. So the Peachtree Club had that same aspect. When you go from doing a full ceremony ballroom, cocktail hour, and then down a rooftop reception in a hotel, that's 3 different areas. And when you have other vendors that were bringing in other items, that's a completely different change and shift from where they was already contracted to bring in. And then your guest count increased from 100 people to almost 200. So when you bringing in more people, more design, more everything, that's why everything changed. So when I made that call, I'm like, listen, Bravo was supposed to pay a lot of stuff. It got to a point where Bravo was not paying for that. And I called T and I called Gregory. That I didn't know she was having a bachelorette party. I was calling as a planner. I'm like, look, this is a situation.
You heard all of that? Okay, Johnny. Okay, Johnny, you could go back there with the rest of the congregation. You don't have to stay up in the front. And because you gave us the truth, we're not gonna talk about the wrinkled drapes. We're not gonna go there. But Sweetie, why is you telling people that you had to change the venue because it was gonna rain? And the better question, why are you getting upset about the $13,000 to $14,000 when you know that if you change the venue at the last minute, the first venue, number one, they ain't gonna give you all of your money back. You're lucky to get 50% back, if that, because you might not get none. But if you change to another venue and invite more people, which means you'll have to have more food, how you sitting up here acting a fool in your pamper party mad about this money? And what the streets is saying over there on the Twitter and on the Lipstick Alley is that Bravo didn't pick up all of these costs when it had to be changed, because now that it's been changed, she wants to be a diva and have extra stuff. I don't know what the
Like
extra stuff
increasing
was.
100 people.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I don't
Increasing
know
100
what the
people.
extra was, because I mean, the beef Wellington that she had couldn't have been that much money, and the drapes is wrinkled. And Quad got on the Instagram live and talked about she didn't have no ice sculptures like she had when she was down to the Four Seasons. So I don't really know what the cost entailed, but girl, it wasn't due to no rain. Why are you up here lying?
She is such a liar, but I do know that for every plate, I mean, for at our wedding, it was close to $60 a plate per person. And so for her to increase her prices, and I'm pretty sure things in Atlanta are a lot more than here where I'm from, right? So for her to increase the guest list by another 100, you have to include into that each plate that you have to pay for in advance, then the extra chairs that they have to add, the extra tables that they have to add, the extra decorations, and then the tablecloths. You pay for the napkins. You pay for every single thing extra that you add, and it
Question:
goes per person. Go ahead.
do you pay for the wrinkled drapes?
You pay for the wrinkled drapes, and she probably had to pay extra to have them steamed out. That was probably something that her wedding coordinator was supposed to take care of, or the facility where she was renting the drapes from. Actually, that's their job, and I would not have paid them if those curtains would have come wrinkled. And if I did have to pay in advance, they would have been giving me my money back after that wedding, because I definitely would have took some video footage and would have went back to them and be like, "This is not what I paid for." Because that looked like crepe paper. That was ridiculous, as wrinkled as those things were. And so, yes, it's a bunch of extras, especially when you start adding. I mean, you went up by 100 people, not 25 extra people. You went up by 100 people. Do you really know that many people in Atlanta? Or were you just trying to really put on for your city?
And that's what I think it
Girl,
was, because 4 days ago, you weren't going to have all of those people. You was just going to do rooftop. They won't let Bravo record there. Y'all switch the venue. You pick a fancier place, and then all of a sudden you add in extra people.
exactly.
What is it? Is this for show? Because you picked a fancier, bigger place, you wanted it to look full. So in 4 days, you was like, let me send out some more invites. Yep, some more invitations probably cost her too, unless she just sent
That
a text.
okay? With them e-bites on the phone,
Hmm.
child. This was all
Mm-mm-mm.
for show for her. She got on the show, and that's why she was pretending to. Well, not pretending. That's why she was so stressed. Because my thing is, you had a party planner that's basically your planner is doing everything for you for the most part. You're telling him what you want, how you want it, and how much you want to spend. So I'm trying to figure out why. Why we getting ready to see what we gonna see in the next scene with the temper tantrum.
Here we
But
go.
let's go ahead and go there. They were left looking bewildered, honey. Oh my God. They were left looking stuck, stupid, and scared to breathe and move. You hear me? Everybody was
Uh-huh.
stunned. And so what I want to know is, sweet tea, ain't no way. Ain't no way. All of this was about the $14,000 extra, girl. I just want to know
Mm-mm.
what demon was on display when you started slinging those women around and acting a whole freaking fool up in that place, because that was embarrassing. That was truly
Yeah.
embarrassing. And if this is how you handle stress, homegirl, let me tell you, from one woman to another, leave the baby where it's at, okay? Until you learn how to control your emotions better. Because if you're this stressed over planning a wedding, you most definitely are not ready for motherhood. This motherhood thing, it's a whole different ball game, baby. It's a whole different game. Do you understand me? Because you are not going to be ready for the twists and turns that come with being a mom. You understand me? And this is not just for a year or so of planning like a wedding is normally. Baby, no, this is your lifetime of being a mother. And you never know what's going to come down the pipe with that. So if this is how you handle stress, as far as with the wedding, and basically you got somebody who's helping you do all the work and who's got their hands out there and know the people you need to get in contact with, what you going to do when it's time to be a mom? And you need an assistant to go to the grocery store for you. Girl, you ain't ready. You are not
What?
ready. You offered Dr. Gregory something you wasn't ready to bring him because you're still a child yourself. Because this display that you did with that temper tantrum, that was straight little kid behavior. That was not indicative of a grown woman who's ready to step into motherhood. Trust and believe. If you're gonna be doing that and that baby's gonna be up all night for nights in a row crying and screaming and acting a fool and you don't know why they crying, because trust and believe me, on my third one, I went through postpartum depression. And when I got home and my baby was acting a fool and crying, and my boys had never done that, but my daughter gave me the business. Do you hear me? She stood on business and I was crying. She was crying and I was crying. I was like, I don't know what you want. And I thought I was ready, but each child is different. So let me just say, you're gonna have to do better. You're gonna definitely have to do better. You're gonna have to grow first. You and Gregory gonna have to learn some better communication skills so that y'all can communicate better. Because you was telling him that you was stressed and what you needed with this wedding. Gregory wasn't trying to hear it. He treating you like you the child. You accepting it to him, but I love you, baby. Girl, please, you better learn how to talk to this man and tell him what you need, because you're gonna need a whole lot of help when that baby come. And Greg is gonna be talking about he too tired because he got to make all the money and pay all the bills, but he paying the same bills he was paying before you got there. I don't think you added no extra bills, maybe an extra plate, okay? But don't let him throw that crap up in your face about what he doing and when you telling him what you need. So I'm gonna tell you to sit down somewhere and grow first. The reason why you may be going through the problems that you're going through with your body right now is because you really are not ready. And what they say, y'all won't, or God won't put more on us than we can bear. I don't know if you're ready for that yet, homegirl. I just don't know. But all I know is that you went and acted a straight fool. You act like Stone Cold Steve Austin up in there, and you left everybody speechless. And poor little pamper guys looked like they were scared to move, like they were scared to breathe. And I'm just like, And you do know they say that Greg will lay hands, right, and hold you down. So you might not want to spaz out like that in front of him, okay, homegirl? That's just my piece coming from, you know what I'm saying, somebody a little older with a little more experience than you, since you like to call people old. Yeah, that's just my little piece on that. Girl, don't do that. Don't do that, because you are not ready. If you cutting up over $14,000 that ain't coming out your account, it's coming out of Greg's account. Girl, bye. You got anything you want to add to that?
Well, I do. Because Heavenly says she was concerned. And just listening at you, I'm not going to say I'm concerned because I don't really care about Sweet Tea nor Gregory. But I see something a little concerning. Just like she was childish and had this temper tantrum, I think around season 5 or season 6, didn't Greg fall on the floor like a roach and foam at the mouth?
Yes.
How is their household gonna work with a child? Because both of them is childish.
Both.
How is that gonna work?
Both. You hear me?
Because the way he was on the floor, you would have thought somebody had a can of Raid and sprayed it on him. How he was foaming at the mouth like a cockroach. So
Yeah,
the
that
two
was
of
a
them
mess.
together is concerning.
Very concerning. Very concerning. Very concerning. And all I got to say is that Heavenly wasn't wrong. Now, she was in the wrong place, and it was at the wrong time when she was running her mouth at that pamper party talking about how she wasn't ready to be married, and the bridesmaid Jasmine was all up in her mouth getting the tea so she can run it back.
All up in
But
it.
I feel like Heavenly should have told her that night when they was throwing back them drinks, them shots, and she asked, T if she thought they were ready or what they was gonna do, and she told me something they was gonna figure it out. That was a time when Heavenly should have voiced her opinion and told her, child, I don't think you're ready. You might want to think about that, if she was going to say anything. But Heavenly decided to get her big mouth here at this party while T was in the back acting a fool and say all this stuff in front of not just her family, but her friends and her bridesmaids. Are
Mm-hmm.
you stupid, Heavenly? And then you want to be shocked that you can't get into the wedding the next couple of days. Girl, bye. Woo, honey.
Yes.
These people are trip on this show. But let's
So I
move
think
on.
I think we're gonna close out with everybody's favorite scene from episode 3, where Miss Phaedra brings in Miss Quad. So I'm gonna refresh y'all memory on it, but then I'm gonna let Miss Phaedra speak for herself, and I'm gonna let Miss Quad speak for herself, because everybody came for Phaedra and they came for Quad, rightfully so. But we gonna let them tell y'all what the deal was. So let's go on ahead and run the first clip. Maybe I should press play.
Maybe.
Oh, hold on. Why we not working? Technical difficulties. We having technical difficulties. Okay, let me stop playing.
Why is she here? Girl, are you shitting me right now?
In what world would you ever need to have the ex-wife at your bridal shower? Why? Who did it?
Now, I do agree with Jackie and Simone.
Why?
And Toya. So Phaedra is about to tell y'all why she did it. Come on, Phaedra. Come on, Faye.
She know what it is. She know what it is. Y'all act like this ain't TV. Man, that wasn't nothing going on. People be like, it's boring. Y'all wanted to know. Y'all been asking the questions. I'm trying to give you the answer.
Oh, you so sweet, baby. You so sweet to help us out.
I'm trying to help the people. Now you can read, but can you comprehend?
Yeah.
Do you have the assignment? Because I know the assignment.
Okay.
Phaedra said y'all gonna stop coming for her because y'all wanted to see that. Now, let's say that Quad didn't show up. Would it have been as good as it was?
No, it would have fallen flat because the last scene probably would have been Sweet Tea acting a fool and Heavenly talking her trash. So they needed that.
Phaedra said y'all better stop coming for her because she is giving the people what they want. So people,
she like
they
Sweet
kind
Tea, I
of
can give you what you want.
They kind of laid off on Phaedra, but then all of the people went to Quad. Y'all want to know what Quad had to say? Here she go. Here she go.
Sweet Tea did not want me to leave. She was very happy with me being present. Clearly, we saw that. She asked me to sit by her. I didn't come with malice, intent, or to try to hurt her or to upstage her. I actually came to just fall into the party and celebrate her engagement, which is one of the reasons why I came bearing gifts.
Yeah, and you also said it's in your job description. So that is what, to be honest, that's the reason why all of you are there. So, and I think that, as I said before, I know Dr. Heavenly said that she doesn't like to compare themselves to other shows, but what I'm saying is that what I do like about Married to Medicine is that everybody that's on the show does come to play.
Yes,
regardless of whether you like each other or not, or whatever the reads are, the shade, but you signed up for this check, you signed up for the show, and you have to bring it. And so you coming in to the situation like that was reality gold. I was like, oh, this is what y'all doing.
It should be respected, baby. The good people should know how to have my check ready next season if they have me back.
She said, run her money.
Okay.
Quad said, run me my money. I'm making good TV. Now, here's the thing for me. Was I entertained? Why, yes, I was. But when I was on the Twitter streets when this episode aired, people was really mad and said that Quad was wrong. Y'all do know this is a TV show, right? Quad didn't just show up there. She had a whole microphone on. If she got a whole microphone on, they had to give her a call time and tell her where the scene was and when to show up. I know, I understand this is reality TV, but you niggas on Twitter need to be real because y'all was in y'all feelings and over nothing, really. Over nothing.
Over nothing. Now, I do believe that they sprung it on NutraSweet and that she did not know
Oh
Quad was
yeah.
going to be there. But NutraSweet, this would have been the time for you to start slinging heifers through the room. That's when you should have threw your fit, and you should have started with Phaedra and then Quad and slung Quad right on back up out the door. But you acting a fool because your sister trying to calm you down, honey. That just didn't jive with me. But you confused me because I'm like, Toya, why you want to be so chum with her, and you were right here having a fit just the week before because they were talking about her at your bridal shower, whatever the thing was that you had at your
The
at
hoedown.
Quad's
Her
old
hold.
house.
The hoedown.
The hoedown. Girl, why? And you want to hug all up on her? Ain't no way. If they wanted reality, oh, they would have got all of the reality that they wanted up out of me. Do you understand me? That's when I would have been slinging hoes. But since you played nice, everybody else should have just played nice. I understand Toya's grief. And Toya told you, because you talking about something, calm down, because this is my party. Toya told you fast, quick, and in a hurry. No, it's my party that I'm throwing for you.
Now, I will say, I got to give
Honey.
credit where credit is due. The Married to Medicine producers are great and they are petty because the way they pulled that scene off, they made sure that Toya didn't know, Heavenly didn't know, Jackie and Simone didn't know because those were authentic reactions from them four ladies. And
They
Sweet Tea, of
were.
course, they wasn't going to let her know.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
They
did that,
lined
and
that
they
up
were
real well.
they're messy. Do you hear me? Messy. But I enjoyed it.
Yes.
That's good TV to me. That's good
Yep.
TV. Now, T, you played yourself because you was a real punk when she came in with all that hugging and carrying on. And then you want to talk trash in the confessional, talking about some, now I got to smile through this. No, you ain't have to smile through that. That was the time to start tossing hoes. But you missed out on your
Mhm.
opportunity. God dang it. This
Girl, what is
phone.
going on with your avatar?
No, honey. Everything has been
Technical
acting up today.
difficulties. We having technical
Honey,
difficulties.
that's this wind down here in Florida. Laura, this is what Heavenly and Damon was trying to warn you about. Anyway, anything else? Because
That was
great.
it. That was it. Oh,
Well,
where you go?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me? Y'all
Where
might
they
not
at,
be able to
ho?
see me,
Where she
but
at,
y'all
ho?
can hear me.
Where
This
they
is
at, ho?
tripping. Hold on.
Where they at,
Hold
ho? Do it, baby. Stick it, baby. Do it, baby. Stick it, baby. Do it, baby. Stick it. Stick it, baby. Do it. Where they at, ho? Where they at, ho? Where she at, ho? Where she at, ho? There she go.
My phone is tired. You hear me? My phone is like, I am sick and tired of this foolishness.
I'm tired of
Anyway,
being sick and
y'all,
tired.
I'm sick and tired of it. That concludes episode 3, right? That's 3?
Yes, episode 3. Girl, we've been on here for an hour.
Oh my God. Y'all, we're trying to catch up. We are trying to catch up. We don't want to, leave y'all wanting because, like I said, we know you're going to like what we putting out, whether y'all like it or not. Like the video, y'all, or dislike it. Whichever one y'all do, just get us in the algorithm, please and thank you. And don't forget to subscribe and share the video. We look forward to seeing y'all. We about to record 4 and 5 later on, either today or tomorrow. And we'll see y'all hoes later, okay? Bye.
Deuces.